Hey everyone, welcome to Centralia Fur and Hide's instructional video on how to build one of our Bison moccasin kits. My name is Eric. I am Mountain Maidu from High Sierra, California. Today we're going to be building our gold color Bison kit, but they are offered in a variety of different colors. So your kit should come in a bag like this once you receive it, and it should have everything that you need to build our moccasin kit. So let's pull it out. First we got instructions. In case the video doesn't help and you need to read it, comes with a needle taped on it on all the instructions. You're going to have your shoelace, so to speak, piece of lace. We're going to have 2 toe pieces. We're going to have 2 ankle wrap pieces. We're going to have 2 foot pieces. And then we're going to have 12 foot of sinew for our stitching up of our kit. Once we've gathered all of our stuff and have everything, let's get started and build our kit. All right, so building the kit, first thing, let's thread some sinew. So let's start off, we're going to cut about 3 feet of this off to begin with. You don't need this whole thing continuous. So I'm just going to kind of just make 3 feet right here. It'll make the job a lot easier sewing this up. Put that off to the side. Get our needle. Do some threading. I can see. All right. Give it a little spin. Keep your needle locked. All right. So first thing, we're going to locate one of our foot pieces. And right off the bat, you're going to want to locate this little notch that's off to the side. It's on every foot piece. That's going to be our beginning point. So with that notch, we're going to line up our toe piece. And you can see there's a little angle right there on each side. We're going to take that little point and we're going to line that up with that notch and make sure those 2 first holes line up. And that's where we start. That's where we're going to start our stitching together, just like that. So we're going to grab it. We're going to count 3 holes back from that notch, and that's going to be our starting point. So 3 holes back. We're going to thread this sinew through the hole. And as long as you have this starting point right here and the holes should line up, exact number amount of holes, there should be 32 on the toe piece and 32 around to the other notch, and it should line up just perfect. So we're going to pull our sinew out back until we have just a little tail hanging over past that notch. And then we're going to go ahead and stitch through. You want to kind of catch that pigtail in your stitching to help lock it in. Pull it through. So I'm kind of locking that tail in there. Give her a good tight pull. And go back around and do the same thing next hole. There we go. Pull that through, keep the pigtail in there. Pull it tight. And we'll do that top one. All right. Pull it through. Make sure that pigtail's tucked in. Kind of like that. And then we're going to go ahead and just go back, stitch it back through the same holes. So it's going to give it kind of an X pattern. And this will make your top of your toe piece in the beginning of your sinew locked in and strong. So you can pull on it and it's not going to come out. All right. So you go back through and do it one more time. Gonna make a little X again. And that's what we're looking for. One more time through. It's going to look something like this. That's going to be the start. Let me rethread my sinew here. All right. So now we got that done. Now we're just going to carry on. I'm going to flip it over because I like to hold it that way. And we're just going to carry on up and around the toe. Rub it with my fingers. It's got a lot of wax on it, so you can usually get it back through the hole again. Let's try it from this side, actually. So, next hole. Basically just a running stitch is what we're doing. Nothing too fancy. All right. So carrying on with our running stitch here, going all the way around. Like I said, when you get it through, pull all the sinew through, give it a good snug tug at the end. It'll kind of cinch it up a little bit. That's what we're looking for. Back around to the next one. All right. So like I stated in the beginning of this, there's 32 holes in this. So for time purposes for making this video, we're just going to go ahead and skip to the next step of this. But this is basically what you want to do all the way around to the next notch. There's a notch exactly like we started with on the other side. And you're going to want to do the same thing. Pull your tail to the end a little bit, wrap it back around 3 times, make that X, and call it good. Cut your string, move on to the next step. All right, so now that you guys finished up your toe piece stitching, it should resemble something like this. Doesn't have to be perfect, but if you matched up all the holes exactly right, which 32 to 32, then you're going to get something like this. So that's going to be the toe piece of your moccasin. All right, so we're going to move on to the heel next. So we're going to take this and we're going to fold it till everything matches, till both sides match. And again, there's an even number of holes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is what we're going to do. We're not going to go all the way to that top one, so we're going to stop at that top one. All right, so we're going to start with this bottom one, and basically going to leave a tail as such. And this is just going to be so we can tie a knot, you know, when we get back around to the bottom and lock our sinew in. So we're just going to do the same kind of running stitch, back up and around to the top. We're going to go all the way up and then all the way back down. So it's going to give you that X pattern again. So we'll do another wrap so I can pull that tight, because if I pull it right now, we're just going to pull it all out and have to start over. So let me match our holes up here. Pull this tight. Now I'm going to give her snug. Reach down here and pull that. So again, you'll have that wrinkled look to it if you pull it snug enough. So keep carrying on like that all the way around. Once you get up to that top, you go back down so you make that X pattern. We're going to get down to the bottom here, tie a knot, cut it off, and you're going to be good. For time purposes, we're just going to move on to the next step again. All right, now that we have our heels stitched up, it should resemble something like this. And then we will go to the next step. which is going to be covering the heel piece, which when we're done stitching, it's going to cover up like this. So take out a needle, and from this flap, we're going to start at the very bottom hole, and it's going to go through this and through that. There's going to be the first hole that you want to hit, there's a diagonal hole down here at the bottom. That's going to be the one that you want to match. So you want to go through both pieces. So we're going to go through the bottom, and straight in. And again, you're going to want to leave yourself a tail for knot purposes. So it's going to look like that. And then from the inside, we're going to go back out through both pieces. So we're going to go out this one. And we're going to go out the next one. Pull it out. Pull it snug, don't pull it too tight, you're going to pull your tail out. We'll get that next. So it should resemble that. Alright. We're going to go to the next one. Just carry on with our running stitch. And with this piece, we're going to go all the way up and all the way back down in the whole heel part in one stitch. So basically like a U. And your stitch should look something like that coming through. So let me run this back through my needle again. All right. So what I was talking about, running up and down, making basically a horseshoe or a U. We're gonna go all the way up, across, down, then all the way back up, across, and back down. In the same pattern. Just make sure inside and out through both pieces. So we're gonna go through that one. And again, all the holes should match up. You should have the exact number of holes. Like that. And back through. All the way through. And inside back out. We're going to carry on. I'm going to say it again. We're going to go all the way up and around, back down to the bottom, and all the way back around to the side. I can find the hole here. Let me switch hands. There we go. And something like that. Keep carrying on all the way around, down back to the top, or from all the way around to the bottom, and back around to the other side. And with this tail end, we're going to tie a knot, and that will complete this part of this. All right, so now that we got our heel piece fully stitched, it should resemble something like this. Now our toe piece and our foot piece are bind together, resembling a moccasin. Slipper at this point. All right, so we're gonna do our ankle wrap next. So we're gonna need our shoelace string. This is a 6-foot piece, so we're gonna take it and we're gonna cut it in half. And we're gonna use our 1/2 of it for this moccasin, and we're gonna use one of our ankle wrap pieces. So it's got holes poked in it, but they're going to be offset on one side. And this one's kind of hard to see right now. I don't know if you can see this on camera, but there's going to be a set of holes on one line, on one edge right at the very top. And there's going to be another set of holes kind of in the middle. And on the bottom edge of it, there will be nothing. So we want the two lines with the hole on the top. So we're going to lay it out. We're going to kind of lay our lacing out. What we're trying to do is essentially stitch that around the heel of moccasin with the lace inside. That is what we're doing here. So just to start it off, you just kind of want to lay everything out. And we're going to go through the ankle wrap piece. Make sure you got your lace in there. We're going to go through the moccasin and then back through the ankle wrap piece on the other side. All right. Pull that all the way through your sinew. And again, we're going to leave a tail like everything else, so we can tie our knot at the end. So essentially it's going to start off something like this. Something like that. Get everything out of the way here. All right, so again, we're going to go through the ankle wrap piece, through the moccasin piece, which I haven't found a super easy way to do this yet, and then back through the moccasin piece. Line up our holes here. So essentially, it's going to look like that on the inside. And basically like that for right now on that side. So we're going to go through the next hole. Oops, maybe it'll fall out. So just remember, when we're doing this, you got to go through the ankle wrap piece, through the moccasin piece, back through the ankle wrap piece, from the outside in and also the inside out. So I'll go through the next hole. And then the next hole. And then the next hole. Pull the needle through, make sure that the lacing is on top of the sinew. Pull it tight through. And it's going to kind of start taking shape. So now it's going to look like this. Still pull our lace through. Alright, we're going to go back through the same way. Back through the ankle wrap, through the moccasin, through the ankle wrap. Oops. You gotta make sure that lacing's in there. Pull it through, ankle wrap, through the moccasin, lace over the sinew, back through the other ankle wrap. So now we're getting something like this. We're just keep continuing this process all the way around. Make sure that our shoelacing is in the fold. The sinew is underneath the shoelacing. We're going to go all around to the other side. and then all the way back around to this side. Just like we did with the heel piece. We're going to go through one side, through the other side, all the way around to the last side. All right, still stitching away, going through the ankle wrap. Remember to go through the moccasin and then back through the ankle wrap. So ankle wrap, moccasin, ankle wrap. Just keep saying that over and over and over. Let me switch hands here. And everything should work out. It's a pretty lengthy process. So as we keep stitching here, just remember we're going to go all the way around to the other side. I'll show you here in a second. There we go. Pull up through, so we're going to go around, keep going around the top until we get to this side over here. And then we're going to turn around, we're going to keep going all the way back around to this side until we get to the tail. We're going to tie our knot there, and that will complete our ankle wrap and shoelace part. So I will see you when we get there. All right, so once we got that tedious step done, this is what it should look like at the end. This should be your ankle wrap. Everything should be snug and connect. Should go all the way around. Something like this. Your shoelaces should be out and free. Should be able to pull them tight for the most part. And the last step is to do some lacing here. So it looks like a moccasin. So we're just going to go down through the top on each side. And back up through the last hole from the inside out. And we'll do that one on the other side also. Give it a little tie. Your completed moccasin should look something like this. Everything should be nice and snug. All your holes should line up. This shouldn't be all crooked or offset or anything of the sort. The last step to completing your moccasin, and this is just if you want to, this hanging down flat part looks really good if you fringe it. And just to fringe, all we do to fringe it is take a good pair of scissors, and it can be as wide as you want, as narrow as you want, however you want to do it. We'll start cutting up the side. So to speak. And we're just going to do that all the way around. And that will be your last step to a finished, complete moccasin. All right, so after cutting our fringe around the ankle wrap, it should give you something like this. And now you have a finished moccasin. I want to thank everyone for watching. You can visit our website for this kit and many others that we offer, such as Into the Trail smudge kits, rattle kits, large and small, drum kits, drumstick kits, baby moccasin kits, numerous other kits. You're just going to have to go check out our website and explore the whole thing. Again, everybody, thank you for watching and good luck.